an effort to improve the state's response system to help human trafficking victims, a task force is using a technique we've never used before in Connecticut. News 8's Mackenzie Maynard breaks down the first of its kind report, and she joins us now with all the details. Mackenzie?
Well, Dennis, often state agencies release reports that take a look at operations internally to identify certain gaps. Well, this report is different because it's from the perspective of the victims actually experiencing the different agencies on their road to recovery.
If you think that this is not happening in your community or in your neighborhood, I can tell you with real data that it is.
Human trafficking is an underreported crime across Connecticut.
Since the pandemic, sex trafficking is on the rise here in Connecticut.
Since 2021, the Regionalized Human Trafficking Recovery Taskforce has been working to combat the problem and help victims.
As of this morning, there's 35 kids that are in need of long-term services that don't have them simply because we don't have the resources.
As part of their effort to build a survivor-centered system, they orchestrated the first of its kind report in Connecticut called Journey Mapping.
Journey mapping is a visual tool used to understand and document the steps, experiences, and interactions a person or group goes through within a system,
documenting each tier of the system through the eyes of the victim.
The initial data set was about 49, and we looked at 49 cases and how they moved and how they flowed through the system.
Ranging in age from 12 to 50 years old, and using the findings to identify critical gaps. The first key challenge identified is decentralized oversight.
There's no one that really takes a look at the whole statewide system and holds people accountable and make sure there's a continuum of care.
Making sure each tier of the system in place works in unison.
They say it takes a village, and in this case it takes the capital region, it takes the state, it takes all of our communities together.
And they tell me today in the coming weeks they will start developing changes based off the challenges that were unveiled through the new report. Mackenzie Maynard, News 8.